Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Company Wars 1 replay. I spawned on the north side as the US player who's currently not moving. We have IntegralSweed. Spawned on the south side as a Panzer lead player. We have LePepsi. Deploying out of barracks. And the category capture the point. Pretty standard. Speaking foreign.
We're here to fight for the good folks back home.
Second engineer squad has deployed out. Third engineer squad on the way. Over here, we got the more Panzer grenadiers being deployed out. Pretty standard.
Barracks complete, as ordered.
Talking about playing random 2v2s or 1v1s, or maybe mistakenly hit 1v1s? Not exactly sure. I don't speak foreign.
Listen up, squad.
Engineers are making their advance. Got some points being captured up over here.
Point is ours. What say we
And we got the Panzer Grenadiers eyeing for the munitions point.
Engineers all good.
Engineers have a long travel path to get over there. This munitions point is being captured on up, while this one is not being touched for the time being. And looks like engineers gonna make their way towards the center of the map. A lot of capture points, relatively safe capture points as well, so need a lot of engineers and Panzer Grenadiers and Kettengrad to capture up those points.
Rifle squad reporting for duty. Ready for battle. Way to go, engineers. We'll hold the point.
And it looks like it's going to deploy out a bit of wire there. He does cancel that bit there, deploying out some wire this direction. Unusual pathing for the wire. Is that because that's where the road is?
Ready for the fight.
I don't know the pattern of that wire, so I'm sorry if somebody can explain to me why the pattern of this wire. Maybe he's trying to prevent him from walking forward. Maybe this actually blocks out this direction here. I'm not sure of the pattern of that wire.
Okay, people.
US players start to capture the right side of the map. This munitions points will be decaptured. Overall better capping game by the Panzer Elite player.
What's up?
And got another rifleman squad being deployed now. Second rifleman squad.
Rifle squad deployed. Capture the point here. We're ready to move in. Just give the order. Ammo dump secured.
Some more ammo. And now the riflemen starting to engage from light cover. There's a lot of negative cover here.
Capture complete. The point is already down.
Engineers start engaging, getting some good not engineers, riflemen getting some good hits there on the Panzer Grenadiers. This Panzer Grenadier is also in negative cover, does capture the munitions point there, and slowly has to walk away because the water.
This war isn't gonna win itself. Steady up.
Riflemen now trying to capture up that munitions point. As the engineers come in to support, Kettengrad does capture up the fuel point over here. These points are still being captured on up. And riflemen will get a nice little flanking opportunity here. We'll skirmish around. There's a lot of Panzer Grenadiers in the forest.
Point is ours. What say we lock it down?
He does go ahead and skip this strategic point there because it's not really important.
Rifleman squad, front and center. Rifle squad has contact.
Kettengrad has camouflage, that means he's gone for Luftwaffe ground forces. Rifleman squad's pushing the way forward. This rifleman squad needs to get in the mix as well. Having riflemen engaged from 3 angles can be always good. Kettengrad, however, holding around the riflemen. And this rifleman squad will take a bit of time to capture that point and get out of the mud. G43 squad now has been deployed.
Rifleman.
Over here, we do got the Volkswagen deployed on out. Oh yeah, this is, I believe I did cast this replay the other day, because this seems very familiar. This also seems a little bit different. Funkwagen has deployed out on this munitions point here, which will help siphon away this munitions.
We're losing ground out there.
Now we've got the riflemen and engineers making their advance over here. We've got a flamer to support these riflemen. Lots of Panzer Grenadiers in the forest, and the flamer is not being focused down, so you will get a full squad wipe on one of those Panzer Grenadiers. Okay, Grad will be decapturing the munitions point there, but the flamer does get suppressive fire there, pinned. No grenades to clear out this tightly formation there. And now the rifleman squads are now falling on back. This one, however, may get wiped, taking a bit of a battered tree path. Got another flamer, does get wiped out there. So both sides loses a infantry squad. Rifleman's trying to engage the Kaliningrad. He probably does realize now he's fighting against Luftwaffe, which could allow him to go for some doctrines. But you have to keep in mind they may fight Flak 88, so I have to keep in probably select for infantry or for armor for the artillery, such as Calliope or M2. Both these cutoff points being decaptured, denying his opponent some income. Funkwagen has not been scouted yet. And now we do have a Panzer Command likely going for a 222. General Center has been deployed out by the US player. This point was only decaptured, not fully captured. But you will of course deny all that income for the time being. Riflemen are behind heavy cover there. And the flamer does get some nice bursts there, but does use suppressive fire ability to force back that flamer squad. That made these that formation of that barbed wire must be meant to stop the Kettengrad. Rifleman squad will get overwhelmed by the Panzer Grenadiers. And now we do have a 222 out on the field. Supply yard now going down, so it's a bit far away from getting out a counter to the 222. Does pull out the landmine there, may have been spotted, definitely gets swept. He's trying to focus down the landmine now. 222 has made itself known, and he will save the landmine. This Panzer Grenadier squad may get overwhelmed, may get wiped out there. 4 riflemen are out in the field. Supply yard still being built.
We're losing them as fast as we're getting them. Rifle squad has the objective.
Now we got the riflemen do capture the VP there.
Rifle squad is being engaged!
And does get some good hits there onto the rifleman from the 222. G43 squad, however, is getting focused down since he can't really hurt the armored car. Focus down the G43 squad, which also denies repairs, is also a better good idea. And we do have the Kettengrad here getting a bit wounded as well. Plus, it's going to take time to use a capture up that VP with the G43 squad and pass the retreat back shortly after.
At this rate, we'll be taking Berlin by Christmas.
US player still has all 500 tickets as the Panzer Grenadiers are capturing up the VP.
Ready for battle.
Over here, we've got the Panzer Support Command being built. Maybe eyeing for Panthers. He has all the structures for the Panthers once that's fully built. Or it could be going for a short-barreled Panzer IV, and either is a possibility. And now he's getting out some tank traps.
Back in full fighting straight. Kinda like the garage back home.
He has some good hits there on the rifleman. Does capture the VP over here. Funkwagen did get spotted, and the 222 does force back the rifleman. We do also have the motor pool now on the field, like I'm going for a anti-tank gun. Could go for a Greyhound or quad half-track. It does find and destroy that landmine. Rifleman eyeing to engage, recapture this area. He does have the G43 upgrade on that squad.
Engineers taking heat.
And it looks like the Kaliningrad will get burned alive. Oh no, he does manage to recamouflage in time. And 3 half-track has been deployed. Panzer Grenadier Squad trying to avoid fire, literally, until the 222 can get some good work done. He could use suppressive fire ability since these squads are quite split up from each other. And decides to fully retreat there. The Flamer Squad's doing a good job holding back the 222. Rifleman now at Veteran C1 to gain that 1 model kill. Over here, got a bit of a line of vehicles, a 222, Kettengrad and Funkwagen. The Funkwagen, of course, can deploy out Goliaths and may be able to deploy out landmines. Rifleman squads are behind the light cover there. And we do have the a quad half-track upgrade. So he has gone for the quad half-track, and it looks like he's trying to blitz away, though I don't see the symbol above it. Trying to avoid some fire there. And 222 still rolling around. Maybe it'll escape on out there. There's opportunities to go around down south or cross the bridge now they just cleared out. The quad half-track will not get the kill.
Our supply lines are being threatened.
Recruits in. We're ready for orders.
Air recon available.
And we do have airborne being selected. Very nice.
We have the point, and we're damn well gonna keep it. Soaking up some damage here.
Got these 222s start making their way forward. We got the quad half-track forcing back these infantry units. Quad half-track can shoot down the HS-129B3s, but it's more of an overwatch action rather than a loiter action. There's more than one aircraft that gets flown over. Light half-track does get a nice crit hit there on the quad half-track. 222's now in pursuit, but though they're both wounded, have to avoid the quad for the time being and sort of poke away at it. Gets damage in crit, go on to destroyed engine crit. And the quad half-track does go down.
Ready for orders. Point is ours.
We have the light half-track back away a little bit for repairs, and I hear there is a Goliath right there. A Goliath is camouflaged next to the Funkwagen. That's not exactly the greatest spot there. And here comes the Goliath. Does not get a wipe there on the Flamer Engineers. The explosion partially missed. So it does force back that formation. Now the Panzer Grenadiers make their way forward. Over here, we do have the Riflemen getting ripped apart by these 222s. And the Kettengrad getting repaired up finally as well. Kettengrad has its engine repaired. It's going back. Go ahead and start capturing while this is all it needs.
A fuel point is being seized.
We have a fuel point being captured. Riflemen are not behind any cover. A couple models are. AT gun does find a good hit there on 222, getting damage engine crit. The other 222 start making its advance. And now we do have a strafe run. Try to finish off the 222s with that, but they were unsuccessful. May shoot the aircraft down for what it's worth.
The enemy is down to 300 points. They're taking one of our points.
Over here, we got the Luftwaffe forces trying to capture that munitions point. They do decapture it. They will get overwhelmed. They need to fall back sooner rather than later because they're prone to being wiped at this moment.
Enemy unit down.
And the Luftwaffe Force squad does go down. On the right side of the map, we've got multiple points being captured. Even G43s on sort of Overwatch stance. A lot of riflemen here. Could pass to use the bar upgrade because he has 4 squads of riflemen.
Engineers have taken a point.
Losing ground out there.
Oh, I heard sound like a landmine detonation. Over here, AT gun does find some hits. Kaliningrad does spot this formation as well. Luftwaffe forces making their way forward and got the 2 2-2s for fire support. Left side got the riflemen capture the fuel point and the engineers capture the munitions point.
We have the fuel point.
Ocean makers making their advance.
Construction.
Not currently upgraded, but they could be upgraded with FG-42s. Over here, armor cars gained some hits there, or the Luftwaffe ground forces received some hits there from the riflemen. Armor cars sending hits as well, and does have the Kaliningrad here for scouting, so he knows where the AT gun is and is not at.
Construction complete. Find some cover.
G43 squad could potentially get some hits there. Riflemen and flame engineers making their advance. US sniper deployed on the field. Gets hit there, falls back immediately. They also got a relatively fresh squad as well. And it looks like the flamers do find one of the Panzer Grenadiers. Getting healed up now and reinforced. On the right side, the riflemen trying to capture up some points.
Give the order.
You do got another Goliath here and ready as a mobile landmine.
Operation posts report we are losing a sector.
Rifleman squad do fall back nice and early. May get 1 or 2 models there. Does receive a bit of friendly fire damage.
We're getting them.
Kaliningrad camouflage right there. Could push a little bit farther forward for better scouting. And this Fallschirmjäger squad will be capturing the fuel point, no problem. Flaming engineers do fall back. And so do the Fallschirmjägers. They got a lot of damage in, that's for sure.
Composition B is in. The enemy's after our victory points.
Sticky bombs are now available. And we do have the Panzer Grenadiers capturing the regular strategic points. Do have the Panzer Grenadiers engaging as well. Snipers making his advance. Maybe we'll get a shot off or 2. The Goliath would like to say hi to him. On the right side, we've got the 2 armored cars and the Kaliningrad. Kaliningrad is just going around capturing some points. We do have the AT gun along the edge of the sector.
Construction detail. Our work
Losing
is down
ground
here.
out there.
Ready to fight, sir.
Riflemen start making their advance, trying to get some hits in. Armored cars on the low ground, so a lot of the bullets, cannons are hitting the low ground.
Territory sector being captured. Enemy
2
unit
Fallschirmjäger
down.
squads pushing way forward. Heard enemy unit down. Sound like a landmine explosion somewhere. Could it have been a Kaliningrad? No. Not so sure what actually went down.
57mm at your service.
Armored cars making their advance. Will spot the sniper. The sniper needs to fall back. He doesn't retarget towards the sniper just yet. Does get a sticky bomb off onto the scout car. Another good hit there as well. Damaged engine. So it too can also potentially go down. Rifleman trying to charge him forward. Getting some bar rifle shots onto the armored car, getting some great damage in there. It does get gunned down there. D43 or Panzer Grenadiers trying to engage the rifleman squad does force them back there. Over here we've got the Fulci makers advancing. Sniper and bars are making their way forward. We may see these Panzer Grenadiers force back, especially with the sniper in the region. Yep, he may actually lose one of these squads, maybe not really paying attention. Does fall back to both squads. Another sniper shot onto the Luftwaffe forces. Over here, Fulci makers making their advance, getting some hits there onto the AT gun. One of the models does get burned alive. One of the Fulci maker squads do fall back. The other one does get one noble efficiency, falls back as well. Oh, that was a landmine there, which could have been a bit more deadly depending how long it stayed on the front line. We do have something being pulled out by the Panzerjäger command. It could be, he could be eyeing for the Panther upgrade. Let's switch over to him for the time being. Actually, no, it's a pair of 222s. So 222s are going to be deployed on out.
One of our sectors has been cut off.
So he maybe not eyeing to go for any sort of Panthers.
Territory cut off from
We
supply.
do have a tank depot being deployed out. He may be eyeing for some Sherman tanks. And it's probably just Hellcats or M10s. It's rarely ever Sherman tanks. On the left side, we do got the Panzer Grenadiers falling away from the Panzer Riflemen.
Kampfgruppe Leer is losing a munitions depot
Capture the
to
munitions
enemy.
point here. We do have the Kettengrad does spot this US landmine. And he does plant the landmine there with his scout car. Another landmine was detonated there.
The
Very
enemy is
nice.
attacking a petrol
Doing a good
depot.
job minesweeping with a stealth minesweeper.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Fulci makers making their advance. Is there a Goliath there? No Goliath there. Riflemen do spot the Funkwagen.
Our forward supply lines are broken.
And does get a sticky bomb there. And supplying another Goliath now. Getting fully immobilized. Goliath right there. And he guns it down. Only loses one model and takes out the Funkwagen with that Goliath. Not like the greatest time for Goliath, but he was immobilized either way. Ocean makers skirmishing around, trying to engage these riflemen. Over here, we do got. Sound like a Warfman, I don't know why it sounded like it. On the left side, you have the Panzer Grenadiers engaging the riflemen, but they're not in light cover, and the AT gun is also taking some pop shots as well. Flame Engineers pushing the way forward. We'll find the scout cars get annihilated there.
Now. The enemy is seizing our territory.
Fuel depot secured.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Reporting. Spielwagen here.
It sounds like a land or some flares, maybe a straight run. He has made the US player has made itself known what doctrine's gone for with the straight run from earlier in the game. Got the sniper still in the region as well, gained some good hits there. There's a lot of trees here, so there's a lot of potential good angles for the snipers to stay remain cover from the 222s. Sniper, however, bugging out, not getting good shots in, has to move a bit far forward, made the elevation. N10 made itself known, so yeah, no Sherman tank. Does take out the carcass there, the quad half track, but does take out the heavy cover in this region.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
The objective is ours.
One of our sectors has been cut off.
a sniper starts to make his way forward. That is a U.S. landmine. I suppose against being Panzer Elite, there's only a few ways you can deploy out landmines. But it doesn't really worry about him running over landmine himself, and seeing he knows what doctrine he's against, he doesn't have to worry about telemines either.
We're losing ammunition.
N10 could charge it forward. That's a scouting run. I was thinking he's going to use the M10 to crush this heavy cover.
Our munition stores are under attack.
We do have a fresh Goliath here and a fresh Vampire. And do have a Martyr tank deployed on out, so no Panthers, going for a Martyr tank. So it's perhaps going something a bit cheaper, perhaps stalling out for some flak.
Panzer, we're losing a fuel depot to
Or
the
some
enemy.
flak
Our
88s.
supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
Tank is fired.
Potion makers do manage to fall back in time.
Americans are seizing territory
They've
from us.
regained the momentum on the field.
Over here, potion makers are engaging the riflemen. And the riflemen do throw a grenade there.
Broken. We have territory out of supply. Panzer, we must defend the enemy's advances on our victory points.
Task complete.
Armor cars moving their way forward, throwing some autocannon fires onto the aircraft flying over. Not sure what type of aircraft. Looks like there's a recon run. Leningrad does avoid the flame fire. M10 fires a shot, but rolls a miss. Riflemen making an advance. AT guns trying to fire some rounds as well. These two teams are rolling into a bad angle. We do have another M10 deployed on now, so there's two M10s hunting down these forces. AT grenades will be a hold back these M10s. He's starting to blitz away thanks to the high ground, but getting interrupted by the terrain. We've got a stealth Leningrad here as well, which is good for spotting. Panzer Grenadiers pushing the way forward does suppress and pin the Flamer squad. Frag grenade was thrown. Over here, the 2-2s are engaging the M10 at close range, probably not realizing they're actually engaging. We've got a 2-2-3 here, and Martyr's not set up in a good angle. Is set deployed, hauled down. There's angle for him to fire. He's out of vision, however.
Kampfgruppe is losing a munitions depot to the enemy.
Potion makers making an advance. We've got another level of veterancy for this one here as well, not realizing you can upgrade it. Body blocking his Martyr is not a great idea. He does, however, avoid the fire in general. Potion makers making advance. Both of them have upgraded veterancy or accuracy. We do have the sniper make his way forward as well. Fires a shot. No, does not fire a shot at close range. Sniper will likely stay alive. The veterancy will keep it alive. The AT gun does get decrewed. And these tank traps here can be a bit problematic for the M10s to fall back, but there is actually a road over here. Got destroyed engine crit, as well as the Martyr pushing its way forward now. Finds another rear armor shot there with the light ATF track, and the Martyr and this M10 will go down. Was fully immobilized. I hear what sounds like paratroopers. Nope, got supply drops. Right now, it's triple capture in favor of the US player, so... And the X player doesn't have a whole lot of tickets compared to his opponent, down by 200. Panzer Grenadiers spreading out, trying to capture multiple points over here. Funk Fog can still siphon up resources here. His opponent has a hard time denying it because, well, it's his sector captured, and his sector being siphoned.
Target captured. Task complete. Record time.
Rifleman pushing the way forward. There's a lot of heavy cover for either side to use. And this looks like two snipers deployed on here. Fresh one, that was his first kill. And we do have a Funkwagen still here. Don't know why I keep on going to it. I see it. I see the two triangles, thinking, oh, there's a couple vehicles here. It's just the Goliath and the Funkwagen.
Objective secured.
Martyr has set on up here. He could potentially eventually deploy a Flak 88 in this sector. Though it's not really a sector of assault.
Available to take the field.
Can't go for company. That means he can now deploy out some Panzer Shreks. Over here, snipers to get some hits in. It does wipe out that squad there. That was a veteran G43 squad. He's down to 2 Panzer Grenadiers, 1 G43s, this one unupgraded. Keep on seeing unit attacked right here.
The Americans are seizing territory from us.
AT guns almost finished off. We got the riflemen here advancing. The 2 full Sheen Jaegers, currently not upgraded with FG42s. And the riflemen are getting some great damage in. One does fall back. Frag grenade thrown. He does dodge it. I got another recon run, which does spot the Funkwagen. And perhaps the Goliath as well. Light half track setting on up, trying to get a snare onto the M10. Got another run. Recon run. It does spot the Funkwagen, does not spot the Goliath. Which is actually quite interesting. Does take out the carcass as well. The other carcass can go down. Can't use Berkantikas to recover them.
Reporting task complete. Moving on.
The other carcass goes down. The Kettengrad may have been spotted by the recon runs. I could not really say. Over here, got the riflemen making their advance. Ocean makers here are Vet 2 accuracy, but wounded. I think the rifleman squad should be a win out. Vet 2 rifleman does not get sticky bomb off in time.
We are losing a fuel depot to the enemy.
Over here, got the M10 now pushing its way forward.
Butterfly bombs are now available to use against the enemy, meine Kampfgruppen.
M10's pushing the way forward, does get a hit there. And now this G43 squad is falling back. We got some butterfly bombs here, which will force back the sniper, so I guess he does need a minesweeper now. Though the M10s can sweep them, per se. And we got some mortar hits there. Ah, he must have recruited one of the some of the weapons. Yeah, he has to recruit a M30 cal and a mortar, so he's able to get some fire support and other support weapons. His opponent has not deployed any mortar half tracks to engage them either. The Kettengrad is a good item to help spot for a mortar half track. You could potentially deploy out Flak 8 as well. Flak 8's good against support weapons. Martyr could also set on up while here. Does find some of these butterfly bombs. He does have a minesweeper here as well. Flamer squad again ripped apart by the 222s. Over here we got the AT gun and M10s making their advance. Don't see any landmines here. We got the light half track, which can do just as well. We got these forces back here. Aircraft immediately gets shot down, apparently.
We are losing ground.
Nope, that's a 223. Infantry units start making their way forward, which is actually distracting the Martyr, so the Martyr's now facing the wrong angle. Frag grenade thrown on top of the Luftwaffe ground forces, getting 4 kills. He could potentially take the Luftwaffe ground forces here and deploy out Flak Irving. These Panzer Grenadiers will advance forward. They will spot the M10s. He could rush forward with a snare too, which may burn a field repair. Now we do have a not Kettengrad, the Goliath now charging forward, finds an angle of opportunity to advance. It does manage to camouflage in time before being detected. We got some accuracy or some accuracy on the 2-2 as well. Another recon run, which does not spot the Kettengrad, but does spot the next Funkwagen. He could force fire the ground, trying to get the kill on it. Goliath has him spotted, does detonate, and it looks like this bridge is invulnerable. Mortar smoke does come on forward, very nice. Another recon run as well, constantly maintain the recon runs. Which does take out the Funkwagen I can see on the map. Because that's the light ATF track. Potion makers make an advance, at least the Vector C2 one. The other one is camping the VP along the left flank. Central VP has been captured by the US player. The Panzer player does not have a lot of tickets remaining.
Enemy forces are attacking our petrol depot.
More and more mortar hits coming on in. Got the... Oops, I hit my microphone once again. The riflemen are engaging the Fallschirmjägers with a sniper in the region. The sniper will make it the rifleman win, but he will lose a lot of riflemen. Goes off frag grenade, but no, he doesn't actually get the frag grenade off. Both of them do fall back. The sniper can capture the point, but we do have the Panzer Grenadiers come to respawn.
Orders from Kompanieführer.
We do have another recon run. Lots of recon runs. Let's go back to the US player. Been using all his missions on the recon runs. He could go for some observation posts on the munition points in order to get some more munitions. That's a low one. These are two medium ones. He got the high one in the corner. It's probably a really good idea to go for. I think he's doing it right now. Does find more and more butterfly bombs. He does have a minesweeper in the region. Another recon run, which will spot the Luftwaffe forces. These forces are making their way forward. He's a bit confident in order to advance. Doesn't have to worry about teller mines. Vet 3 sniper here. And that's incendiary mortar. That's definitely not from the US player. There is a mortar half track here. Two 2-2s are along the flank, ready to engage infantry. The Fallschirmjägers are here to support as well. Light ATF track and Panzer Grenadiers pushing along the right flank. There is a tank gun here, but no other infantry. Takes out the light ATF track there with the AT gun. Leaving a 2-2 in this region to stop any sort of like cap wouldn't be half bad, because the M10s are now rotating on over. Panzer Grenadiers will find a landmine there, but will decrew the AT gun. Sniper gets annihilated. That may have been the Vet 3 sniper. Nope, that was a Vet 1 sniper, or Vet 0 sniper. Now here comes the Loiter. The HS-129B3 Loiter. 2 hits there onto this 2-2. Does miss right there. Riflemen making their advance. They will be able to get out some sticky bombs in the region as well. He has plenty of munitions. This point does have the observation post. Damage engine, another sticky bomb there. The Mars are vulnerable to rifle fire, and he gets fully immobilized there. 2-2's coming to support as well, but the wounded one does get a damage engine crit, or receive damage engine crit. Over on the right side, got these Panthers pushing his way forward. Martyr does go down. It does manage to throw another sticky bomb there on the mortar, damaging the engine. Volkswagens making their advance. Panthers find a good hit in as well. Mortar half-track can be gunned down by the bars. He needs to make sure he gets them focused. So right now, if he's just trying to get in the age infantry, he just needs to fall back because they're right now being prone to be wiped. Does use suppressive fire ability on the unvetted rifleman. He does manage to escape on out there. Good mortar hit there by the US player. Could have been from the Wehrmacht or from the mortar half-track, but may have been from this mortar.
Fighter bomber support is circling for orders.
Now fighter bombers are available. Oops, and I kicked out my headset. I am really hitting everything today. More and more mortar hits are raining on in. I can feel a cramp in my legs, so I need to stretch it after this game. Oh, and it got an aircraft flying over. It's recon aircraft. Getting gunned down immediately. Apparently it says taking fire. Oh, that could have been the M10 saying that, not the aircraft saying that. Panthers are here, or at least a Panther. The other Panther's right here. No engine crit there, even though it's a little bit wounded.
Enemy movement here. Looks like infantry.
Potion makers to force back the rifleman.
We're ready.
Engineer squad will fall back in time.
AT deployed.
57 mil at your service.
Looks like it's going to deploy out an AT gun over the flank here. The other AT gun has been destroyed, apparently. It does have a 30 cal to protect the flank as well, so it will help prevent any sort of advance. We got Panzer Grenadiers, Falchion Makers moving in the center, and these Panzer Grenadiers moving along the left flank. So the MG42, or not the MG42, but the 30 cal can get over surrounded. There's also landmine on the retreat path, or on the flanking path, which does get suppressed there. It's an STG squad as well, but best keep in the region. Does get gunned down a little bit, and the Falchion Makers having trouble being suppressed. 30 cal does go down as mortars are raining on in. 30 cal set up on the high ground.
Fire! Taking small arms.
Petrograd is going to push its way forward to capture the point. Falchion Jaegers are just camouflaged, so of all the members there. M10 is being repaired up. AT guns and riflemen make their advance. There's one Panther and two 222s in the region. Mortar half-tracks right here, repaired, and this Panther is full health. A camouflage sniper can move pieces of specialty. It basically can jog around in camouflage. And we've got a sticky bomb there onto the Panther. AT gun set up on a good angle as well. Gets fully immobilized there. M10 is going to make its way to the rear, or just start shooting from the front. Gets a bounce to the frontal armor. Engineers start needed repairing up the M10. They'll throw out another sticky bomb there. AT gun does get decrewed.
Enemy unit down.
And does take out the Panther there. Almost was the M10. Over on the right flank, got the Kettlingrad capture the VP. That's all he really needs. And Falchion Makers get out of light cover at the exact wrong time. On left flank, we do have the rifleman. Maybe he'll throw a sticky bomb over the hedge. It sounds like a Flak Irving, or nope, that was just base Flak Irvings are firing. I thought I heard a Flak Irving on quad, but it's just the base guns shooting the aircraft flying over. 30 cal does suppress the veteran C2 Falchion Jaegers.
We have a secured sector under attack.
It does get one of the models right there. Does get them fully pinned there, but the flanking Falchion Jaeger should be able to wipe it out no problem. But does withdraw in time. Does see some shots there. Does spot the US landmine with one of his squads, but does lose the 30 cal, fully wiping it. So he probably has plenty of guns back at home. It does destroy the landmine there with the
Our front lines
G43s.
are collapsing.
Butterfly bombs being cast right there as well, trying to get some preemptive landmines.
Losing them as fast as we're getting them. Heavy armor up.
Now we do have another M10. 2 M10s are out on the field right now. Picks up the supplies, so now able to call more recon or more aircraft, to say the least. I saw he did spend some munitions there and has canceled it. Maybe on a landmine. Takes out the Panther there as well, so both Panthers are now down. Can use Birkin together to recover them.
We have a secured sector under attack.
Over here, M10 is trying to hunt down the Kettengrad. And this observation post does get destroyed. Getting more and more observation posts wouldn't be half bad. These ones are a little bit exposed, but would net him some more munitions. The other one's just low as well. Pretty safe, the one across the river, but it's a low yield one.
Munitions point under attack.
SG Smart making his way forward, does get a kill there on the Panzer Grenadiers. Does camouflage in time, could pass, swerve around, get another kill. As starts hitting other stuff, we've got some, I think, butterfly bombs being called on there. SCG squad may go down.
Enemy unit down.
Trying to get the wipe there, and does get the wipe there. He does have the minesweeper in the region, so he's able to clean up these butterfly bombs. The flamer squad can also clean up landmines, even though they doesn't have minesweeper. Just needs to be spotted for him. Destroyed the engine there on the M10, and the M10 now has main gun destroyed, so the M10 is very much dead. AT guns do get decrewed, however, and the M10's now out of control. Guys in the back, that's your good time for you to get out of the vehicle if you're slowly veering out of control. M10 over here, trying to secure this area. There's nothing in this region. We do have, of course, some butterfly bombs here, as well as a Vet 3 potion makers. Maybe a good idea to get some FG42s on these guys since they're so well vetted. Goes out frag grenade there with the combined explosion. Butterfly bombs could do some extra damage there, but I think he splashed himself quite a bit. I'm not sure what the enemy unit down was. Maybe just a Kettengrad. Panther got a severely damaged engine, almost went down, but will stay alive. Potion makers trying to pursue the riflemen, but will lose vision.
Sector being captured.
M10s are seeing some G43s. Kettengrad camouflaging away. He does throw a grenade there, completely whiffing, but may wipe up this Potion Jaeger. The Potion Jaeger does go down. That's a big loss. The 222s are both efficiency 2. 2 222s, Vet 2s. Oh no, the proper way of saying 2 Vet 2 222s. A lot of 2s.
We got, looks like mixed AT.
Losing ground out there.
Another M10 has been deployed on out. We do got an AT gun along the river trying to get some shots. Though this line sight blocker may prevent shots.
Get the point, it's ours now. Minefield's clean. Someone call the cavalry?
M10 starts making its way forward. Maybe you'll get some shots onto this Panther, but the Panther would win in a straight up fight. Though he is purchasing enough munitions for a bombing run, and with these munitions caches coming on in, he will have enough for a bombing run. The Rifleman squad do manage to capture the point, but he will get fully wiped. And the mortar smoke does get a direct hit down the Potion makers, but problem is, does no damage. Unit down. The Kettengrad may have gone down right there. Fresh Potion makers do come out of the building here, trying to decapture this point. The Panzer player has 116 tickets, not a whole lot remaining. On the left side, we got the 222s trying to skirt around the flanks. There's some dead carcasses such as this dead Panther tank. That's an M10 carcass there. So you actually could use some Burgundy guns to recover them. Yeah, that one's Panther. Yeah, that's an M10. Just had to make sure those were right. Because the carcasses themselves could look quite similar.
We're losing ground out there.
Bolshevikers engaged in the garrison, and the Kaliningrad will capture the VP.
More of them! They keep fucking coming!
M10's in pursuit. Kaliningrad's in
Our
the
fuel
back
point
corner.
is being taken by the enemy.
And also got some butterfly bombs now being called on in, and there's no minesweeper in this region. The sniper won't be able to really advance. Does not get the kill there, even though veteran C3.
Airborne ready for duty.
I heard airborne ready for duty, so he has called an airborne squad. The upgrade of recoilless rifles now.
Engineers getting hammered out here.
Does decapture the central point? Maybe a good idea. It does fall back. The airborne squad could actually pick up the bars. Relatively rare sight to see. And he really wants to get this carcass removed. You know, you can recover it with Burguntiga. He just wants out of his way. And that is a minesweeper squad there, so after it gets done capturing, you can go ahead and clean up those
Going after
butterfly
one of our
bombs.
munitions points.
Shit! We're drawing fire from their armor!
Does receive a pretty good mortar hit there, forcing back the rifleman.
We're losing ground out there.
Smoke rounds now raining on in.
Okay, airborne. Eyes open.
Over here, we've got the M10 now skirting around, does find a landmine.
We have territory cut off from supply.
We got what looks like mixed AT, anti-personnel mines.
It sounded like more a rifleman model than an engineer model. But I think that was the engineer, because the rifleman sounds different now thinking about it.
Eyes on me, infantry.
Minefield's clean.
These 222s can easily force back these engineers, but of course got the M10 in the region. Panther does have one level of defense, veteran C, and does receive rear armor hit there from the M10.
Check your ammo.
Recoilless rifles not getting hits there. Panthers, however, does receive a pair of hits from the recoilless rifles. Another squad of airborne, no, that's an airborne AT gun deployed and out. Will be able to be deployed, help support this next engagement. Panthers charging forward, does find a rear armor hit there from the M10. The 222s, however, are severely powerful against the AT guns with the extra efficiency. Bomber run does come forward, takes out his own AT gun there, but the Panther will let go down. Recoilless rifles pushes the way forward. This Panther severely wounded. M10 does get his main gun destroyed. Hitting the 222, he needs to hit that Panther. Bolshevikers come to advance, does take out the Panther there. Bolshevikers are advancing as well. The airborne squad does fall back, severely wounded. Does receive a Panzer Faust from the Bolshevikers. And rolls a miss there on the damaged armored car. This one will stick around, not really going to accomplish all too much.
Enemy unit down.
222 does go down. Up north, we got the Kaliningrad immediately recapturing up that VP. Bolsheviks making advance. Does dodge a frag grenade there. And does get some good hits there onto the mortar half track. Mortar half track does go down. Bolshevikers, 3 squads of Bolshevikers rushing across the bridge. The butterfly bombs in this region has been cleaned on up. And does receive a hit there from a sniper. This Bolshevik squad could get wiped out. He retreats back to the wrong squad, retreats back to the other squad.
Losing ground out there.
And there's 4 models there. He could actually claim that AT gun for its own purposes. So he can always deploy out his own Flak 88s as well. Ocean Makers do receive a snipe shot there, so no chance of him recurring it. Cross rifles do roll a miss.
We have the point. We're damn well gonna keep it.
M10 starts to make his way forward. There is still a down butterfly bomb there. That's the last one. In which the M10 may actually spot or find that butterfly bomb. Recon run does spot the Kettengrad.
Welcome to France.
What if it actually did spot the butterfly bomb? Oh, there's another butterfly bomb there as well, so there's still a handful of them around. It may actually convince them that there may be a whole another batch there, but actuality there's not. Panthers start making the way forward, starting trying to gauge these forces. The VPs have been shrunken down. The Wehrmacht player, the Panzer League players getting some great gains. Now the M10's going to make their advance. They will be starting to take down the barracks. Losing it's more or less a minor loss. This can always replace with airborne. Does get a good hit there onto the Fallschirmjägers, but probably a little bit of a waste.
Losing a point out there. They destroyed our barracks.
Does take up the barracks. Riflemen starts making their advance now. Does get a sticky bomb there onto the Panther. It's a damaged engine. M10's now starting to make their pursuit. There's not enough munitions there for a bombing run. And we've got another airborne squad being called in. Maybe, no, it's a airborne AT gun. There's another sticky bomb there. Gets it fully immobilized there. Here comes the HS-129B3 Overwatch. Does take out one of the M10s. The other 2-2 is getting gunned down a bit. M10 here got severely wounded. Next HS-129B3 likely will get the kill there. This Panther still fully immobilized. Does take up the 2-2. M10 goes down. Panther goes down. Carcasses everywhere, so for Cantiga, these are both Panther carcasses as well. We've still got recoilless rifles. Throws around into the carcass. Now Fallschirmjägers making their advance, but we're seeing some deadly flamer hits there. The one of the squads down to one model. Panther, the sniper still gets some good hits in. Trying to go for wipe there. Does wipe the veteran Fallschirmjägers.
Enemy is down to 100 points.
And again, this Kettengrad. All points are neutralized. There's a handful of butterfly bombs in this region as well. This Panther does not have a damaged engine, so it's able to back away from the infantry, no problem. So the Panther is still going to try to get some picks. And the Panther will go ahead and back away while crushing some trees.
Minefield's clean. We're drawing too much fire.
Got some hits there onto the Panther. And now we do have a verbal win. More fired up, is able to ignore suppression there. This Flak Irving's actually almost down somehow. Not sure when that happened. Does get a couple more hits there, but one bounce, one miss. Verbal win still alive in this region. Able to get some suppression here. Panther's backed into a corner, has to rely on the frontal armor. Getting ripped apart right here. The other one has recovered from fired up. This one does get suppressed. Main gun destroyed. Doesn't get the kill there.
One of our munitions points. They're all dead.
And does lose that one of those airborne that... Actually, no, there's still a model there, so... Maybe it's a different squad that actually went down. Sniper pushes his way forward. And does have enough munitions for a bomb run, so didn't use that to take out the Panther. Ruffman does force back these Fallschirmjägers. Kettengrad is severely wounded, damaged engine. Has 2 airborne, 2 riflemen, 2 flamers, 1 minesweeper, and a mortar, as well as a pair of MGs. He actually threw an MG inside this garrison. He really wants to make sure that damn Kettengrad doesn't come back around, which is right here. Which does have the sniper continuously spotted. And you may not realize that the fact that there's a Kettengrad nearby as well. Recon run coming forward, which may actually spot the Kettengrad. No, it's going to be close. And butterfly bombs. And those drop butterfly bombs on top of the AT gun. Does get one butterfly bomb there. I heard enemy unit down as well. I'm not so sure who actually went down. But 2 verbal ones are now being deployed now. Since fighting against infantry and rifleman gets knocked around, so the leader was back here. So there's now 2 verbal ones. It's Kettengrad. And the other Panther may have actually went down to a bombing run on something. Not so sure. He's at low on munitions, so maybe it was a bombing run. Perhaps that recon run that came over here was a bombing run onto it. M10s would be very good to deal with those verbal wins, but honestly, a Sherman tank wouldn't be half bad either.
We're losing a strategic sector.
Listen up.
The close rifles making their way forward. If they all hit, they may get a kill. Those use fired up.
Stand firm, ally.
Some of these recoilless rifles are not exactly aiming. Okay, looks like bazookas are a little bit more powerful than recoilless rifles, so it takes 5 recoilless rifle hits
Airborne.
to take out a verbal win. Kettengrad does get these stuff spotted, so he knows where they are exactly, knows they're recovered from or now
Losing a victory
exhausted.
point. We are losing one of our snipers is KIA.
Ooh, he lost a sniper as well. Hit a butterfly bomb right there.
Losing ground out there.
Does spread his fire there with recoilless rifles. He's starting to make his way forward now. Calling in a bombing run onto the verbal winds and gets both of them with one of the bombs. Very nice.
Enemy unit down.
Very good bombing run there. I know I joke about it quite a bit, but Bergantiga. A Bergantiga right now would be great. There's a Panther carcass, 2 verbal ones. He starts sieging down this structure now. What does the Panzer Elite player even have left? 2 Volksjaegers and the 223 securing the munitions income. That's it. And Kettengrad. Does force back the Flamer Engineers, but here comes the airborne troops. They have Vector C2 each. Nothing on the build queues. And the riflemen are getting reinforced. Volksjaegers are now falling back.
Scheisse. The enemy is stealing a victory point from beneath our noses. They are in our base. They are hitting our base.
Does take out some of these carcasses. Very nice. He knows the threat of a Bergantiga. And does take out one of the Verbal carcasses now. Still no FG-42s.
We are losing ground.
And destroying that structure does allow him exposed to the Flak Irving, which Flak Irving does receive some hits there, and now he's falling back. One of our carcasses still alive, including the Panther carcass, and there's probably some Panther carcasses all across the map. Nope, those were cleaned up. Does bring in a fresh Varbalin. Using the last of his manpower for that. He does lack Patsive Grenadiers for repairs as well, so it'll be just a Bergantiga if he gets a Bergantiga for repairs. In fact, he doesn't even have a Patsive Grenadier to repair the Verbal one if it starts sitting damage. Does get the Propulsion Digger pinned down by the Suppressive Fire ability. It does pick up a bar right there as well. Cody Cal's make his advance as well. This building still has a 30 cal.
Anti-aircraft guns are now available for
And this
deployment.
Fallschirmjäger does capture the northern point, but the Panzer Elite players down. Tickets are counting down. And if the 30 cal in this building, he can't call in Fallschirmjägers in that building either. He will keep this
Only
point secure.
25 points remain. We must secure a victory. The homeland is depending on us.
And there's nowhere for the Skettergrad to sneak on in. I hear more airborne stuff. Maybe more supply crates. Or is another airborne squad.
We are losing ground.
AT-gun will find a good angle there on the verbal one. But he will get immediately annihilated. We got a regular Sherman tank now out in the field, which is a great item. He also took time to upgrade with a 50 cal. HS-129B3 does get some great hits there on the Sherman tank, and the recoilless rifles do pick off the verbal one. That's probably going to be game for the Panzer Elite player.
Our anti-aircraft forces have suffered the loss of the Verbal.
He is decapped at this point here. Sherman tank does go out of control thanks to the HS-129B3s.
We have eliminated the enemy once more.
And you actually see one more loiter there to finish him off. Another airborne troop. No, they're just getting reinforced right there. Fresh verbal win. There are still 3 Fallschirmjäger squads. He's out of manpower.
Finally, I requisitioned these upgrades months ago.
And he does get
Bases under
actually
enemy
Veteran
fire.
C on the Flak
The enemy
Irving.
is stealing a victory point from beneath our noses.
Seeing quite a bit of fire there, and the verbal one does go out of control.
We have lost a unit.
He does have a captured 30 cal here, which could be important.
Self-propelled anti-aircraft guns are now available for deployment.
Cased up and ready to go.
Does get the cutoff point as well, which denies quite a bit of munitions income. We also got a Vet 2 rifleman here to support, so these Fallschirmjägers won't be able to stay around for all too much longer.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
Loud and clear. Send.
Kaliningrad going for this VP. Doesn't have time to be on camouflage. And actually guns down that area thinking he's going to be going to that area next. Since he knows that this area is protected by a 30 cal, eventually striking this area was actually a good plan, but it was not needed in the end. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.